Dear fellows, we have already talked about the power of observation. Now, it's very important to know as how we can observe other people, how we can observe that somebody is cheating, somebody is telling a truth or a lie, or somebody is actually trying to manipulate the truth, or is all doing and saying in a sincere and fair manner. For that matter, and to observe the environment and to observe our own personality, our emotions and feelings, how we are going through some phase while dealing with a person, with some situation. It is very important in any conversation, any meeting with some other person, that you have to look into other person's eyes. If not, you don't need to stare at him or her continuously, but there should be a frequent stare within that person's eyes. A liar will always blink. He or she will always try to look here and there, and will try to avoid the direct connection of eyes, the eye contact. And then you have to see as how his or her shoulders are in a position. If the shoulders are stiff, then it means there is some anxiety, some nervousness, some sort of problem with that person. It might not necessarily be the reason that he or she is lying, but there is some anxiety, some stress, some problem. So you need to look at that as well. That person is not comfortable while talking and having a conversation with you. The third most important thing for you to see his or her hand movement. And in fact, it is very important to look at hands and arms. If they are rest in peace, or those guys are continuously moving their fingers and clasping their hands, and there is restlessness in their arms, and they can't keep it still and can't have a normal posture. It is highly important. The manipulative, the negative people, the ones who are telling a lie, and the people who are actually fraudulent and having a criminal mindset, usually keep on clasping their hands and they keep on moving their fingers as to avoid any kind of nervousness. And it's an unintentional thing. Some people move too much fingers into their hair. It's a sign of nervousness, that those guys are nervous. They are having low self-esteem and can't have a proper kind of confidence. So everything is not related with the negativity that the other person is cheating you or doing a fraud with you, but also tells you a lot about other person's personality, how he or she actually is. Then you need to look at the legs movement, feet. If they are in rest, it means that the person is calm. If he or she is sitting in front of you and they are continuously moving their feet, or the legs are crisscross, or they can't sit in a single position, it means that the person is highly in anxiety, in stress, and there is some problem going on. You can be compassionate, be empathetic with that person. If you are fairly friendly with that person, you can ask him or her as if there is a problem, and if you feel like you are meeting with some stranger, then you can avoid any conversation which can make other person uncomfortable, and don't ask too much questions, but try to analyze the whole situation. And if you are dealing as a business deal, or you are making some proper investment, or you are going on a job interview, or the things which matter to your success, your prosperity, your future, then you need to know what the other person is actually going through and how that meeting goes on. There is an aura thing. You need to pick up the aura. If you feel uncomfortable in that person's presence, it means that there is something wrong. You guys are not actually matching in aura connection, or there is some negativity in that person's aura. So try to pick it up. You have to be more careful. I always talk about manifestation, law of attraction, and forgiveness, and spreading love, and staying grateful. Yes, these are great qualities, and you need to master those things and be positive. I always encourage to think positive about yourself, about others, about the other things, but that doesn't mean that I have never asked you to be blindfolded towards any kind of fraud, any kind of cheating, any kind of lies and manipulation and the dark psychology tactics which are being played over you. Be conscious of that. Observe that person, stare his or her stares, their body, their facial expression, their words, how frequent they use certain words. These are very important signs. As if you feel there's an uncomfortable thing and you are not feeling comfortable, you are not convinced, then take a time. ask that person that you guys can have meet at some other time, and we'll discuss about that business deal, that any kind of project at some later time. Take a time, take a break, and look at, and then note it all over the diary. Was the conversation, what were the key points, and where you found problem, what were the problematic areas in attitude, in words, in reasoning, in logic, or you were not comfortable, there was some problem going on within you, so you have to pick it up as well. So it will also make you very easy in making decisions and to go further on a way ahead in life, and to prosper, and to find real success. We'll talk about it in the upcoming videos as well. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, share it, like it the video and share it may help others. So stay tuned. Thank you, take care, bye.